We're here at RCF with John. How's it going, brother?
Doing really good, Brian. Good to see you.
Going to show some brand new stuff today that's coming out. What do we have?
Well, we have a couple of new products, and a lot of them are in the same class. So let's talk for a second about the Art Series.
All right.
The Art Series has been around, as you know, Brian, for a number of years with the 3 Series. We're pleased to announce the addition of the 4 Series this year. We're looking at the 408A at the moment. The Art 4 Series is unique because it has 400 watts of Class D digital amplification on board. It is bi-amped, so we actually split the power between the high frequency and the low frequency.
Now that's different than the 3 Series.
Correct.
The amplifier is different.
Correct. We're using a whole different kind of amp. The manufacturer of this amplifier is a company called DigiPro, another Italian company, but it's totally separate from what we were using before in the 3 Series. Much cleaner, quieter, lower noise floor.
Nice.
Yep, and the 4 Series, similar to the 3 Series, comes in a variety of different configurations. We're looking at the 408 now. What the 4 stands for is the 400 watts of power. The 8 represents that we're on an 8-inch here.
Right.
We also offer this in a 410, which is a 1-inch horn with a 10. We offer a 412, which is a 1-inch horn with a 12-inch low frequency driver.
Right.
415, just makes sense that it's a 15 with a 1.
Right.
But then we offer what's particularly cool is a 422 and a 425, which introduces a 2-inch horn instead of the 1-inch horn.
Right.
So you get some greater throw on it. It'll play to bigger crowds, throw to greater distances and stuff like that. More of a piece for larger shows.
What do we have over here?
Next to what we're showing is a 412 right here. 412 again is the 12-inch with a 1-inch horn.
Just the bigger version, basically.
Just a bigger version, 400 watts like we're talking about, also bi-amped, everything we're talking about. Actually, you know, Brian, let's spin this guy around for a second so you can see what's going on in the back here.
All right.
We still have the same XLR in and throughput that we had before, but nowadays we're also adding a 1/4-inch jack.
Okay, nice.
We have, of course, your volume control, some LEDs to indicate signal present, limiter active. If that light's blinking, don't worry about it. That's fine. If it goes solid is when you have an issue, when you should decide on turning it down.
I've never made mine blink.
It's a hard thing to do, so I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. But if you want to try it at home, go right ahead. Be our guest. You can't damage these puppies. Besides that, we also have a little bass boost button. It's just a way to throw a little bit of, like below 150 hertz, slope down. It really just adds a little bit more oomph to the product and stuff.
Right on.
You'll find this same feature, by the way, Brian, on the 4 Series and on the 7 Series.
And here we go over here to this beauty.
Exactly. Nice little segue into the 7 Series.
Very nice.
So the 7 Series, the number says it all. 7 represents 750 total watts on board.
Nice.
500 watts to the low frequency driver, and amazingly, 250 watts to that horn.
Wow. Now what size is the horn on this one? The 2-inch, right?
Good question. On a 725, the 2 represents a 2-inch horn. We also make it in a 715, where the 1 would then represent a 1-inch horn.
Okay.
The 5 represents the fact that we have a 15-inch woofer. But just like the 4 Series, we have them available as a 710, which is a 1-inch with a 10, a 712, a 1-inch with a 12, a 715, 1-inch with a 15, 722, 2-inch with a 12, 725, 2-inch with a 15.
Say that fast 3 times.
Exactly. It wears me out going through it. But we have an option for everybody nowadays.
Now, aesthetically, these are a little different because you end up with different handles, correct?
Actually, the 4 Series, we have, and both have the same thing. We have a handle on the side. What you might be referring to is the way to tell the difference. The 4 Series actually has the same rubberized plastic, but with a little black strip to it. And on the 7 Series, it's the same thing, but we use an aluminum look to it.
Bling, bling.
Bling, bling.
So that's the difference. Well, that, and then you see branding on the front, but
and you can tell by the aluminum on the back, too.
Oh, right,
It's virtually the same. It's different, though, Brian, from the 3 Series, in that the 3 Series actually has, and I don't know how many people are using these, but we do have actually an M10 thread, so you can actually mount these to a wall with a U-bracket.
Oh,
nowadays on the 4 and the 7 Series, we no longer offer that.
Okay.
We also no longer offer the option of a full grill
cover.
kit. Yep. So it is a departure from what we've done before, and I'll tell you how you can tell, Brian. You should compare the size of all these holes called ports on a 4 series or a 7 series versus a 3 series. You'll notice that the 3 series has a lot smaller ports on them and fewer of them. That's because we've changed the tuning of the boxes. We're going for much more of a boom on the 4 and the 7 series. So you hear much warmer bass response, and with the addition of a more higher power neodymium high frequency driver, especially on the 7 series, we're actually able to throw a lot more crispness into the mix, and that crispness translates to much more sizzle. So we're actually, the tuning of the boxes is different than it's been before, but I think you'll like it.
I know I'll like it. We'll be looking at those hopefully later on this week at some gigs. Gonna take those out and give them a test drive. I want you to save your voice. You almost sound like we did in Atlantic City.
Yeah, you're gonna love them, Brian. You're gonna love them.
Thanks, John. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Brian.
Okay, I am at RCF and DB Technologies. This is the booth I'm going to be spinning in and doing a little dead mouse here. This is my booth. We're running these Opera 605Ds from DB. Sound really nice. This sub is amazing. And then up here, believe it or not, we've got American Audio stuff. Check it out. We've got a really nice Radius 3000 system with an American Audio mixing board, the QD6. And I'm going to be up here performing for some open bar stuff a little later on tonight. Alright, so we're in RCF with American Audio stuff, playing through the DB Technologies rig. Lots of people here. Look, we got a big crew over here hanging out. Look at the guys. Hello, everybody. My boys hanging out. That's cool. Look at that slick dude, man. Hitting on my groupies. How the hell did that work?